chị đang bán hàng trên Amazon, Skyrock cung cấp các dịch vụ dành cho các nhà bán hàng trên Amazon với mức giá cực kỳ ưu đãi như đăng ký brand với USBTO, từ Helium10, chương trình Scout, logistics và warehouse. Xem thêm thông tin chi tiết dưới phần mô tả nhé.
Hello, it's Bradley from Helium10. I'm the director of training here, and I want to explain to you how to use one of the tools in our suite that could potentially save you hundreds, if not thousands of dollars. It's our tool, Alerts. Let's dive right into exactly how to use Alerts right now. All right, so here I am in the Project X account, and this is the Alerts dashboard. All right, so let me just give you an overview of what you see right here, okay? First of all, depending on the level of account you have, it'll let you know how many monitoring slots you have, all right? So in my account, I can have up to 300 different products that I am monitoring, all right? Now, this is gonna tell me, hey, this SKU has the buy box, all right? So of my products, the ones that I'm monitoring, all two of them, they are in the buy box, all right? If there is a sad face, that means that maybe another hijacker or another product actually has the buy box. This one here, this means that we didn't even detect a buy box on that listing, all right? So right now I'm doing good because there's a smiley face, meaning that, hey, these are my listings and I've got the buy box on both of them, all right? Here we have an overview of if something had happened in the last 24 hours, it would show up here, or the kind of things that have happened in the last 7 days. We can see what's going on. By the way, up here in this little bell, I can also see some of these alerts via the notifications, all right? Let's go here. I can look under my seller feedback. I have to click right here and it's going to open it up, okay? This shows me that I have 100% seller feedback in the US market, and I don't have anything for Canada and Mexico at this time. All right, so this is the feedback you get as a seller. We can see that there's 100% right here. So if I had gotten a notification I had got negative feedback, I probably would have wanted to go into Seller Central so that I can open up a case and get that removed. So you're going to get an alert for that. Now, all of these things that I'm going to show you in the next video about how to get notifications, but basically, if something is changing that I'm talking about here, you're going to get either email or text notification, or these will also come up if you have the Helium10 mobile app, all right? But in this case, let me just explain to you what I'm seeing right here. Originally, nothing is selected here. So if you're just starting with Helium10, you're not being alerted on anything. We're not monitoring your products. You have to actually toggle it on right here, all right? You're gonna see down here that it's gonna be off first. You need to toggle it on in order to start monitoring your product, all right? Helium10 Project X only has 2 products, 2 ASINs, so it's pretty easy. But if you had like 100, you could just type in right here and start to, type in, like, for example, egg, let me see here, egg tray. And then you could like find the different products that have egg tray in it, for example, right? It says a filter right there. So I'm going to reset those filters so that everything shows up. All right. So right here, I've got the happy face because I've got the buy box. This is telling me that the seller count is just 1. If I wanted to have a graph, I could see the seller count history over the last 90 days or the last 1 year. Okay. All right. Right here is the image of the listing. If I actually click here, this will actually bring the listing up in Amazon for me, just in case I didn't know what my own product was. Here is my actual SKU. Okay, this is your seller SKU that you're the one who sets this. Here is the title. That is one of the first things that Helium10 will tell you if your title changes. Sometimes some nefarious sellers out there will hijack your listing and they'll try and change your title to mess around with you, or even Amazon might sometimes change your title. At times, that could totally kill your listing if they do something that's completely wrong. So it's important that you know if your title changes. Here we have the different categories and subcategories it's in, all right, with their BSR. You can actually click here to see the bestsellers ranking history in these different categories like home and kitchen, kitchen and dining, all right? You can see the BSR history right here. You can get notified depending on if you have 5-star reviews, 4-star reviews, 3-star reviews, etc., etc. All right. And if I click here, I can actually view those reviews. This is something that is important. You can get notified not just for reviews, but if your dimensions or weight changes. All right. You might think, how is that important? to an Amazon seller. Like, why do I care if my dimensions change? Well, what happens is sometimes Amazon will go and remeasure your product and maybe they measure it wrong, right? Can that cost you money? Let me show you an example. Here is the Helium10 Project X product, the coffin shelf. Let's just go ahead and play around with these numbers right here. Let's just say that the product was 9 by 9 by 8 and it was like 3 pounds. All right. So take a look right here. If this was the dimensions of my product, all right, 9 by 9 by 8, look at this. I'm making, if you look down here, $9.62 profit. All right, if this was my dimensions. But what if all of a sudden one day Amazon, their employees were bored and so they decided to remeasure your product and their ruler is broken or for whatever reason. Guys, it might sound pretty unreasonable, but believe me, hundreds and hundreds, or I should say thousands of listings daily get their dimensions changed. All right, this is a very real thing. Imagine if just 1 inch changed, all right, and now it's 9. Look at that. Do you guys see what happened to the profit? If Amazon remeasures it in this particular scenario and just increase it by 1 inch, what happened was now you changed size tiers from regular size to small oversize. And now even though this product weighs 3 pounds, you're being charged 7 pounds. Look what happened to the profit. It went from $9 to $5. You lost $4 of profit every unit. Now this product, during the peak time, it's selling about 20 to 25 units a day. What does that mean? That means that every day, if I didn't know that Amazon changed it, I am losing $100 from my bottom line, from my profit, just because Amazon changed it 1 inch. So I hope you guys can see the importance of knowing if your dimensions or your weight changes. You'll get that. If your price changes, you'll get a notification. All right. You can see here that there was a couple price changes here. On March 15th, looks like the price went from $20.97 down to $19.97. What if your Amazon fee changes? You'll know that as well. Adult product classification. This is another thing that's important. Sometimes Amazon will classify your product as an adult. Do you know what happens when that happens? All of your indexing almost goes away. You're not even searchable in most categories, and your sales, of course, tank. So if that ever happens, you'll get a notification so you can open up a case with Amazon. Another thing exclusive to us that sellers were asking for is like, hey, yeah, sometimes it's great. We knew something changed, like our bullet points change or our title change or the image, but or we lost the buy box, but we don't know exactly when it happened and we don't remember what we need to change it back to. So what we're actually doing is we are taking a picture of the listing, as you can see here, in the desktop version, and we are taking it into the let me zoom out here so it's easier for you to see. In the desktop version, we are taking a screenshot of your listing every single day so that you can see when something changes. All right, but not only in the desktop version, in also the mobile version or the mobile app, you can see how your listing is looking day by day. You can see here it had 17 reviews and it was Amazon's choice for Easter egg holder. When was this? This was on March 9th. And then in March 10th, it still had that. It was 17 reviews. So you can just keep going on. And we have a screenshot every day of your listing. All right. So this is super, super important that you guys are turning on your alerts for your active products, because you need to know the instant that these changes are happening so that you can take proactive action on these changes and maybe stop the bleed if it's costing you sales. Now, you might be wondering, how do I get messages? How do I set which ones I want to get alerts for? Well, check out the next video and we'll go into that.
Anh chị đang bán hàng trên Amazon. Skybox cung cấp các dịch vụ dành cho các nhà bán hàng trên Amazon với mức giá cực kỳ ưu đãi như đăng ký brand với USBTO, từ Helium10, chương trình Discount, logistics và warehouse. Xem thêm thông tin chi tiết dưới phần mô tả nhé.